Hello. I hope y'all can hear me at a moderate enough point because there's an AC in here that's loud as fuck. But if it get the blowing loud, I'm gonna turn it off. I was telling myself yesterday, you know how sometimes people have it good, but it's like they're not able to see how good they have it until they look back or they're like in a whole different situation and they're like, damn, I wish I could have just went back to da 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 da. Yesterday, I was literally in the midst of my good and I recognized it. I was like, oh my God. Like, because I have this thing now where when I don't know, these days I am a lot more present. So when I'm in the midst of the bad and when I'm in the midst of the good, like I'm able to be honest about that and recognize it and kind of assess, like mentally, how do I want to navigate the situation or am I fine right here? So I've been talking about how, well, I haven't really been posting, but I've been talking about how, oh, I sound like it was about to come on. I've been talking about how things have been going really, really well. Things have been going really well these days, like for real. And I was mentioning to myself how there's been a lot of things that in my mind I'm like, oh, I need to try and do this, or I need to try and do that, or I kind of want this, I kind of want that. And life just presented, hold on, sorry, life has just kind of presented um, me with like really rewarding things these past couple of weeks. And I was just like, that's so crazy because in my mind, I was just telling myself I needed this. I was just telling myself I was going to try and do this. And it kind of just happened. And so I said all of that to say that things could change within a year. I heard people saying things could change within a matter of 3 months, 6 months, da 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 da. And I probably heard somebody say that approximately 3 to 6 months ago, honestly. And in my head, I'm thinking, like, girl, okay. Well, I wasn't doubting it and I wasn't being pessimistic about it. But in my mind, I was kind of thinking, like, where the fuck could my life be within the next couple of months? Like, for real, what the fuck could happen? What could be different? I just couldn't see it. But that's honestly the type of life that I live. Usually, the really, really good and rewarding things that are kind of like transformative for me, I can never see. I can never see them. I can never see them ahead of time. And I'm the type of person that always tries to plan ahead and see things before they come or try to predict things before they happen. I try to analyze and calculate and all this extra shit. But I I don't know. Last year I was really at a point in time where I kind of felt inadequate within life period. I felt like I didn't fit. And it's not to say that I don't still feel like I don't fit. I'm more so feeling these days that I'm about to go ahead and scoot me a little place for me to, you know, sit. Like everybody has their assigned seats. I don't have one. But it's okay. I'm bringing my chair. Like that's what I'm feeling like. I'm bringing my chair. And I can rearrange, the room a little bit so that I could find a place for me to put my seat. That's what I'm feeling like. And I don't know, ever since I came to terms with that, and instead of trying to fit in and mold into what everybody wants me to do or what society feels like a black woman, a black young woman should do, whatever the fuck, girl, that's just noise to me, honestly. It's just noise. Especially knowing that I physically cannot force myself into certain things. I physically cannot make myself live a life that is not for me. My body does not let me, y'all. It genuinely doesn't. And I feel like because of that, that's how it's so easy to keep my word. That's how it's so easy for me to be able to know if a place is for me or not. Be able to sense it out just like that. My body does not play that shit. For real. My body always feels it before my mind does. And that's not to discredit my mind. I have a very intelligent mind, but my body, even more intelligent. So that's how I knew after graduating, I didn't feel like what I wanted to do would have been feasible enough, or it wouldn't have fit me in the way that I would have hoped, or maybe in the way that I would have tried to predict. It wouldn't have went that way. But I've always felt like, I don't know, like my purpose is a lot bigger than the roads that were kind of already paved out for me. So I'm at a point now where I'm literally paving my own motherfucking road from scratch. And you know, that's okay. Shit be hard, shit get tough, it's life. But the air conditioner, hold on. But yeah, in the end, it's not about, in the end, it's more so about the things that you learn along the way, opposed to being in the midst of things and, you know, feeling like you're not happy within a situation. You know, I can't even begin to describe how to know if you're supposed to like stick something out or if you're literally supposed to leave it alone. For me, I know because my body tells me. Different strokes, different folks. I will feel it within my body. I literally will feel it, opposed to if it's just something that I'm supposed to just let ride out. Like when I graduated, I knew that I was supposed to just be sitting and getting my mental and stuff together because wouldn't nobody give me a job. Literally every time I tried to make money, every time I tried to do something in order to get out of the house, opposed to like going into nature and stuff and taking my bike rides. Every time I was trying to, I guess, carve my way into the world, I was met with rejection. And that was something else that was pissing me the fuck off. But yeah, I knew also to sit there and really process those long ass years of college. Not just college, but my high school years as well. Not just my high school years, my middle school years, my elementary years. This would be the first time that I've never been in school. Do I even want to keep going to school? Like, it was so many questions that I had to feel for myself. You know, not trying to have everybody in my ear telling me what to do next because of a mistake that they made within their lives, and now they feel like, oh, I need to tell everybody to do this so they won't make the same mistake I did. But you know, people's lives are different. I could never make the same mistake you did because we don't have the same life. So I had to pay attention to what is it that I really wanted to do and why. What was the reason behind it? And how to actually get to that point and do it correctly, opposed to trying to follow somebody else's footsteps or trying to be molded into somebody else's shape or whatever the fuck. I'm not your regular circle, bitch. I'm an oval. Like, that's what it was given. It was given, I had to let go of so much stuff, so many different expectations. And within that, it was almost as if, you know how you say a prayer and you're like, if there's anybody that needs to be removed out of my life, let me know it now, girl. It literally felt like that. Everything that wasn't meant for me literally got the fuck away. It all faded away last year. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Everything that did not need to come into this new year with me, it literally, or anything that needed to be revealed, all of that shit was revealed last year. All of that shit was made present. And I was kind of left to have to deal with that and take it in on my own and readjust and all this extra stuff. And that's one thing about me. I don't mind readjusting because that's just life, period. You're going to have to readjust. Life throws shit at you for you to readjust so that you can come at a different angle in order to push forward and do something new. So I was just in that moment, in that period. I want to say that was probably one of the toughest things I've ever had to navigate alone, but it was worth it. Would I put myself in that position again? Probably not. Probably not, but if it's necessary, I understand. But yeah, I said all of that to say none of that has went in vain, and I do appreciate every hard moment, every hard step, every fucking tough, challenging thing that I had to go through in order to be able to sit here. Even if it's not that fucking far in other people's eyes, it's far to me. Especially when I compare the way I felt then versus how I feel now. I low key feel like I'm on top of the motherfucking world. I don't care. I feel like I'm on top of the world right now, and I'm very appreciative of that. And I feel like because of that, it could also push me even further because that's all it really takes is for you to be understanding and appreciative of where you are. And because of that, it allows other things to be attracted to you or whatever. And things have very much so been flowing this way. So I'm just grateful. That's all. But yeah, I wouldn't trade any of it. I wouldn't, because I've learned a lot about myself. I feel like I've been able to get a lot more closer to myself. Um, I've definitely, I'm a whole new person. I really am, and sometimes it surprises me to see how different I react to things, how different my body feels when certain things come up to me opposed to how it used to feel, you know, when I was dealing with like anxiety or just seeing things through the lens of like being a victim or just being an asshole. Like everything is so different now, and I feel like I'm a lot more unapologetic. Um, I'm not that deep in my head when it comes to facing new things. Like typically, I would be very fearful to start new things because of not knowing how it could turn out, not knowing what could happen, what the possible outcome is, or just hyperfixating on things. And because I hyperfixate on it, I underestimate or I overestimate. Like that actually never did me no good, and I'm starting to realize that now. It's a lot better when I don't try and predict what the fuck is going on or what the fuck could happen, because it also makes my intuition a lot stronger with things. So I just feel a lot more pure. I really, really do. And I'm just thankful. Oh, yeah. A lot can happen within a fucking year. It really can. And even if it's not just like, I don't know. I guess everything literally depends on the person. Some people in their heads, um, an upgrade to them would be like, I don't know. A lot of people look for like fame and notoriety, or just that's not what the fuck I look for. I'm not gonna lie. I just look for things that could just make me literally feel at peace at any fucking moment. Like I could be in the worst situation right now and still feel at peace. It be shit like that that makes me cognizant of the fact that I feel like I'm aligned, or I feel like I'm not gonna say in the right place at the right time, but it just makes me aware of the fact that I'm probably doing something right within my life, and that I have nothing to worry about within that moment, because I don't know. I don't know. I really be feeling like I don't have nothing to worry about. Like yesterday, I had to tell my cousin and my friend because I tried to walk off alone, and they like, girl, like you're so small. You're just a little like, girl, leave me the fuck alone. Let me. I was like, y'all, I'm gonna be okay. Like, just let me walk off. Just let me go do this. Just let me go. Just let me go. I'm gonna be fine. And I literally feel like that with anything that I do within my life. And I feel like I've built so much trust up within myself, especially during these times. I built up so much trust within myself that I'm not walking around anxious about much, honestly. Like I have my moments where it's just like, I can feel the anxiety within certain stuff, but it's a lot less than usual. It genuinely is. So I don't know. I'm very grateful for that time period that I went through, and I knew it was going to mean something eventually. But during that time, it was just so hard to like. It was getting to a point where it was like, I don't know how more optimistic I could be about this shit. But it definitely. Well, I'm starting to see the fruits of that fucking situation. I'm starting to see the good that's coming out of it. And maybe in the future, I could still look back to however many years it'll be from now. I could still look back and be appreciative of that situation. Be appreciative of, the difference. Low key, I kind of feel like it was necessary, especially coming out of college. Imagine just being thrown to the wolves like that. I was not ready. I'm not gonna lie, I was not ready. I really wasn't. So I needed that year. And now I'm just, tiptoeing my way into things. And I feel like I still don't know where I'm gonna go. I still don't know what I'm gonna do. But I don't know why. But every day things honestly feel like I'm just getting closer and closer. That's all that it feels like to me. It just feels like I'm getting close. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I definitely feel, I don't know, things are starting to feel a lot more, I guess it's probably just because it's starting to make a lot more sense these days. Maybe that's what it is, but I've gotten to a point where I don't even want to try and explain or try and really think too deep about it. Because I feel like when I do that, it's almost as if I'm not trusting, the process or the system. And that's something else that I learned. You just got to release the control. I'm so big on trying to control shit. Just release the control and just let life be. So, I'm so proud of myself. I am. And it's hard not to think that these days, especially around this time. It's so hard not to feel it within my heart. It's so hard, to ignore how far I've come, especially internally. I'm sorry, my body's sore, that kind of especially internally, like it's so hard to ignore that. But yeah, that's where I am right now. Just want to say things could change. You just gotta let the time pass. You literally just gotta let the time pass. It started getting to a point where I stopped even, I wasn't even remembering what day it was. And these days, I still don't be remembering what days it is. And I think that's the good part about life, when you can just, live and not really care about whether it was 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, Monday, Friday, Saturday, whatever the fuck. You just there and you just enjoying your time. And I literally told my sister this today. I was like, life has been feeling like a fucking fever dream. But I don't say that in a bad way. I say that in a way that I literally feel like I'm just be floating around, just doing everything, doing anything, and just relax at the same time, happy at the same time. Even if my default reaction isn't happy anymore, I feel like I just be feeling content. That's all I ever really just want to feel, is content. I just want to feel just lax. Like, I just literally just want to feel like, I don't know. I'm not trying to worry about nothing, stress out about nothing, struggle with nothing. I just want to be, and I've been being, so shout out to that. But that's where I am these days. I'm very appreciative, and maybe a year from now, it'll be so much more. I have faith that it will actually be a lot different than this. And I say that as a means to, I'm in a whole different environment. I don't know where, I don't know what I'll be doing. I don't know how that'll work out, but we're literally 5 months into this new year, and time be passing, bro. Cause what the fuck you mean we 5 months? It's about to be halfway into the new year, and then it's gonna be the other half, and then we're gonna be in 2027. Like, girl, it's going by fast. It is, especially when you're not paying attention. But life been cool. I only hope and pray and wish for even better things, and maybe within a year, it won't even just be about me. It'll be about the people that are near and dear to me. It's also important to see how well they flourish and how well they create and paint their own lives. Everybody is starting a new chapter, and I'm kind of excited for everybody. I really am. I am, because I just had my friend graduated. I just had my little sister graduated. So there's just some new things going on. I'm just excited to be able to see how everybody's life comes out. Everybody's growing up. I used to be a little terrified of that, but these days, I don't know. I don't know. It's something about getting older that just makes me excited these days. Like I keep telling my friend, I can't wait till I turn 30. I feel like shit is really gonna be popping when I turn 30. Like things are gonna be so different. It really is, and I'm excited. So yeah, that's how things are going for me right now. That's where I'm at. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye. Love you.